Lali-ho, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Creeper World. Fascinating. The coordinates we got from the artifact on Cestus have taken us to the Step Pyramid ruins on a world called Ara. This world was one of the first worlds destroyed by the Creeper. How some numbers written on a tablet in the year 2010 could come to represent this exact location must be some sort of crazy cosmic coincidence. Perhaps. OPS, is there anything tangible on this of tangible value on this world? Scanners calibrating. Yes, there appears to be a nanoschematic for improving the efficiency of our network. Commander, this tech will allow the construction of nodes that will provide a global speedup to all packets. This could be very useful for supporting larger networks and keeping blasters and mortars well supplied over long distances. Commander, remember that blasters can't fire at elevations higher than themselves. Since you will have to fight up the steps of the Great Pyramid, you'll need to be more aggressive, or you will have to be aggressive with your blasters and move up them into the Creeper. The blasters can take some moderate exposure to the Creeper. Just make sure you have blasters supplied with a nearby network node when you move them to take higher ground. Alright, and it's at this point that I'm going to start pausing while setting up the initial network, so that it's a little easier, and I'm backing up like that so to go up through the network so we can get to this. And there. So the idea is we want to create a stopping point right here to prevent the creeper from coming into our little territory here. And to that end, we're actually going to want to go ahead and set up a blaster. So unpause and double speed. Now we are going to run out of energy almost immediately. It'll be okay. I'm just going to deactivate until we build up some energy reserves. Deactivating it, Q is the short command. In fact, it's like QAX, you can see them on there. Deactivate prevents you from sending any packets to them at all. Disarm means that you can send packets to it, but it won't, it will not, fire. And then, of course, destroy just outright destroys it. We're going to want to place this up here. And stop firing. I actually need to move it back. We're going to want to build another one. Packet speed tech now available. Awesome. Alright. Let's put this up here. And we'll start moving this side up here, actually. And we're going to place one more blaster right there. So alright, so now we've managed to prevent it from reaching out. So let's actually now build a network across. And we are going to want to take this one and, well, I can probably build a mortar to do that. Let's just go ahead and place some mortar. While we're at it, get ready. That was probably too close, but it'll be okay. My building is very sloppy, so I have to excuse the nub. So you may have noticed that our totems are up here. Alright, the only thing I'm doing with this guy is just gonna make sure that this creeper doesn't build up too much. What we're going to do is build a... Well, first thing, let's see what the packets do. So these, one by one, don't do a lot. But once you've built about... Oh, crap, that's not how many I need. Go away. Once you've built, just say 8 or so of them, you'll notice a big difference. Also, I'm going to turn off the building for a moment. Move you over here just to knock down some of that. Turn back on the building thing now that I have some energy going. Trust me, it'll be worth it to get these. Go ahead and get these packages. I'm just building too many at once. Do not do this, honestly. You might notice that the way this creeper is pouring down, it likes to pour down straight. So it ends up leaving gaps. So what we can do to help with that is to find a open spot and attack this creeper right here. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and finish with that. And this will have to be refueled. Now, notice how fast the packets are moving. That is really good, because now they can support a much larger network and still arm them. Now, we don't have to stop these, but it would be nice if we can. Just trying to get some energy up here. So this guy barely has anything to do anymore, so let's put him up here. Whoop, hold up. Let's not do that. Actually, before I do that, I need to make sure these guys can actually... There we go. Okay, now I can move him up here. It's actually not where I meant to put him. Up here. Sorry. Alright, so I need a couple more blasters. I need one to cap this thing off, and the other two to help me assault this one. Essentially. This one can cap that one off, but he has a really bad angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up more energy this way. And now we're going to have this one come over here. Oh, well, that's the thing that happened. Oh well. We're just going to put a couple of these up here for energy purposes. And now that we've begun to attack there, we can take this other blaster and take this guy up here for a moment just to clear out some... yeah, let's put him right here. There we go. And theoretically, we don't have to cap off that one. We just have to get over there. So that's what we're going to do. And that's all we have to do. And now we just wait for it. 13 minutes game time, of course. That's at double speed, so not quite that long yet. So yeah, we could probably do another set of at least 2 or 3. We might be able to do another 5, but we'll see. All right, and that's Ara. Now to Corvus. The once lush ocean world, Corvus. I always dreamed of visiting this beautiful world. Now it's a dry, barren rock. The creeper knows no end to its destructive power. Commander, I show something on the scanners. My gods, there are survival pods in this world. They must have recently landed after staying in orbit as long as possible. Notify the medical centers to expect casualties. We're going to save those people. Too many have been taken by the creeper already. The whole city is on alert status and medical are mobilizing. Build out a network connected to the pods so we can rescue the survivors. Sensors show that the creeper is massed and is rushing this way in a wave like we've never encountered. We must sense the survivors somehow. You will need to act quickly and aggressively to save those survivors. Go save them, Commander! Alright, so, yeah, we have little escape pods here. And I don't know why it says it's rushing in a wave like we've never seen before, because it's basically just coming at us the same way it has been. So we're going to loop around this rock, and we are going to connect to that, and then not connect... Oh, yeah, let's not do that. I guess that's okay. Oh yeah, let's not do that. Don't place that until we're done, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna build a relay. Actually, I probably need a relay there, because I need to be able to relay to this one. Right? Yeah, I need a relay up there. Okay. Once that pod is rescued, we'll be able to place a collector up there, but... Now this one is in a bit of a danger because of the onrush. In fact, I might have to put it up here just to be able to get, yeah. So collectors, placing collectors in this area is very difficult. Because you don't have a lot of room to work with. And you end up having to circumvent a lot. Oh god, that's going to cause such a power outage. Wait, what? No. No, not a relay. Wrong button. So right this moment, we're just collecting up as much energy as possible is what we're trying to build up here. Now this is going to be interesting because we actually have to do a... Yeah, I can still reach there. There we go. We have to do like a little triple jump there. We won't be able to build any energy on this because of this creeper though, because it's going to rush through and it's going to basically catch all of this. I won't have a lot of time to do that, so we're going to actually need to go ahead and build a blaster, and that's to help protect this. And after that blaster's done, oh, I see a problem with that. Hold up. The reach on this, I swear. I guess put it down here because it'll be start building after it catches that. That gives me more time to build up a little bit more energy coming in. Alright, so let's unpause and double speed. And then once I get this almost completed, I'll put in this relay. I just don't want to relay in and connect a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not ready for. Okay. That's one pod, survivor rescued. Now, see, they are coming out a little faster now. I guess that's what they're talking about, is they are coming out a little faster. The way that the creeper works in the first couple of areas is they let out a wave every so often, just kind of really slowly. But from now on, they're going to surge out like that. So it's going to be far more dangerous. Okay, I can probably put the relay in now. Okay, the blaster's built. So what we're going to end up doing is, for now, we're just going to put it up here because we don't want it someplace that's going to cause an issue. We are going to go ahead and build a mortar as well. And go ahead and put in a collector here and a collector up here for energy's sake. Because this is about to cause it to spread out to all sorts of ways, and we need as much energy as possible. The blaster is just going to be to protect the, move in to protect the little pods here as needed. But I wanted to go ahead and have it built so it's ready. Same with the mortar. I don't need the mortar right now, and I don't plan on using any extra energy except for just to build it and arm it. But in the event things get dangerous, actually, let me go ahead and disarm it so it doesn't start firing as soon as that creeper comes over this way. But yeah, this pod and this pod are the two that are the most in danger because of this surge here where it coming over, and this surge here where it's going to do the same thing. But this little island here is going to protect them. So we just have to build to them ASAP. Like I said, it's going to cause a deficiency. For now, I'm going to stop arming, and well, actually, let me go ahead and actually turn off the building so I can arm that thing and build up a little bit of energy. Okay, now I can go back to building. Alright, survivor rescued, and that's survivor rescued. Alright, so that one's good now. So we're safe. This is actually a decent place to put the mortar. Survivor rescued, good. So I'm going to arm the mortar, so when it lands it can start firing up here and down here. That'll buy me some time and go ahead and let me get some collectors going. Because it's going to kind of keep the creeper from pushing so hard against this. Because it's going to want to flow down rather than flow up. Alright, and I can put an energy thing there. Okay, good. We're going to rescue that one. I just want to place this here. See how it's starting to come over a little bit. Now, it's being pushed back because of this mortar shooting. Because it can't... This is having to flow down. Survivor rescued. Okay, we saved the hard one. So now, let's move you here. Remember, blasters can shoot down, so that'll prevent too much from reaching my islands here. Alright, so now I can see the fields. I can't put anything there. No point in building on this little island because, yeah, even if I could, there's nothing else I could do but put one thing there. Alright, so we're going to build some energy storages. Survivor rescued. All survivors are accounted for. Ah, here we are. All survivor pods have been secured, Commander. 27 people have been saved. Great job. One of the survivors told us that they were a crew of a science mission that had been in extragalactic deep space for the last 20 years. They had just recently returned to our galaxy to find every world they visited covered in creeper. Eventually, they ran out of fuel and settled into an orbit around this world. There they stayed until they could no longer maintain orbit. They had just entered their escape pods and crashed on the surface a moment before Urban City ripped through. And, Commander, one of the survivors claims he was approached by an old man over 20 years ago. He was given a stone by the old man before he and his crew set out on their deep space mission. The old man told him it would keep him and his crew safe on their journey. He also was told that one day, in his moment of greatest need, others on a great journey would find him and save him, and that on that day the stone would find a new home with the leader of those others. Let me see this man and his good luck charm in my ready room. Have him wait there until I get a moment to speak with him. Yes, sir. Huh. So someone else was guided by fate by an old man. Huh. This is interesting. So who is this old man and why does he know all this? It is the same as our old man, and if it was, why? Why, exactly. Why would he, know to send them on the journey? Was this guy clairvoyant? Alright, so we got some energy going. Get some speed modules, because we're gonna need speed modules in this stage. Unfortunately, I can't just build them around a. I like to build them around a node, but I can't really do that, so I'm having to place them all around. Also, let me put nodes in the places where those pods were. Oh god, hiccups. Okay. Looks like I've got enough speed nodes. Alright. Probably didn't need to stop it. I probably had enough energy to finish them real quick, but I like to be safe. Alright, so now the conundrum is we've got this attached, we've got this attached. We still need those three. That one being the hardest hitting one here. So what we need to do is, what I recommend doing is moving this out of the way so you can actually, you do this. Oh, it's not close enough still. How did I do that? I'm trying to remember how I do this. Oh, you know what? I know how I do this. Okay. Because this little area doesn't have creeper. It's just being shot at, or shot into, by the overflow. So, why don't we prevent the overflow for a moment? Okay, I don't have enough power to do that. Okay. The first thing I need to do is I need to push back both of those flows. So I need to refuel you. Alright, now I need to put this here. And it shooting like that will prevent them from coming up for just long enough to get that relay set. Now that relay's built, they can be recharged. And now we've got a foothold. Now that thing by itself is actually more than enough to prevent either of those from attacking or coming in. But I need additional support to protect this thing. I can build a relay there, but I need to get the creeper off of that first. Is it enough? I think relays take too long for me to build for me to be able to do this, but I'm gonna try. Wait. Up. Okay, we're good. Alright, so now we need to build another blaster. The problem is finding a place I can build them. Okay, I can build one here. And disarm it so it doesn't start shooting as second as it becomes available. Now I need to use this. Get some more energy, get some building going. And build a relay there so I can, again, do the same thing over here as I did over there. There we go. It's pretty close, though. I don't know if this is gonna... Yeah, it's gonna come over before I get it built, but I might be able to protect the relay just long enough to power the gun. Oh, no, the gun died. Uh-oh. That was the wrong button. Okay. So I need a secondary support. So, okay. I got it. We're going to prevent both of those from firing. Well, I can also put this up here to us. That is not what I meant to put up there. Go away. I can put this up here. Get some energy going. And this will allow me to fire out at this a little bit further than this one can. Actually, this is not necessary. Let's get some energy up there. Okay, so let's try this again. Second verse, same as the first. The difference is I'm gonna arm that, move you into position, and actually attempt to hold back that creeper a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Now, that should be just long enough to get some bullets back in that gun. There we go. Awesome. And now, here we go. Not going too badly. Also, listen for that noise. That noise is everything powering down, so recall that noise, because you're going to want to know it if that happens later. To Draco! Draco, this world was barely inhabitable before the creeper got here. Now it's a horror, just a horror to behold. Get us off this rock as quickly as you can, Commander. The scanners do show another artifact. Try to pick it up, but don't let it delay our escape. We're perched on the edge of a giant caldera. The idea of being caught in a creeper volcano sends shivers down my spine. And he's not wrong. Look at there's 4 emitters down here, and then 2 more coming in from the side here. So a mortar is definitely key, and the first thing I'm going to build. Now, of course, we want to turn off the green energy so we don't accidentally power this thing while we're so low on energy. So now I personally this is just how I like to do this level. So build along the lower edge. Unfortunately, you do have 2 that dip into the lower circle. So you're going to have to defend those viciously if you don't want to lose your entire connection up here. Ultimately, you're going to want a mortar up here and a mortar up here, well, right here actually, firing down, and then a mortar down here firing into the core. This mortar is to kind of place here and prevent this, because these will help fill this up before they come down. And of course, then I'm going to come back around as far as I can without actually connecting there. Yeah, okay, so that's as far down as I can go. And no point going any higher because you're not going to be able to go up here because of these. So, okay, unpause, go. Let's get some more energy back up. Alright. Good news is we've almost built that mortar, and bad news is they're already filling up this ring. Better news is this mortar positioned right there can fire into the core. It's only going to be able to go down to this level, not the not the very very core, but it's enough that I'll be able to protect all but this little section right here, because they're going to come down and then it's going to pour in that way. So I won't be able to do that, but not yet at least. But now I have enough energy coming in that I can go back this way. Because you want to go up this way ASAP. Remember, we want a mortar, well, maybe not, maybe closer than that, but it'll be okay. And we want a mortar here. I'm actually going to put it down here because I don't want it being halfway built and then it coming up over the edge and breaking it. That's kind of where I'm not comfortable with that positioning, but it'll be okay. If need be, I can move this mortar to help defend. In fact, I'm going to move it to fire once at this area and then fire once at this area, once or twice. Just to prevent them from peeking over the edge while I'm not ready. Okay. Actually, I need to go ahead and come back down this way. Alright, this one's done. So it can move into position. And it will control this. Then I need to fire a few times at that. Fire a couple times at this to push it back. Alright. Now that should buy this enough time that it can be built. And now I just need to prevent this from getting out of hand. Alright, now this can move into position. There we go. Alright, step 1 is complete. This is the primary objective. This is controlling the flow. We're going to want one more mortar, because mortars are very handy in this level. The artifact is an enigma. Our scientists will have to analyze it for some time before we can learn anything. Actually, let me get rid of that, and let me put one down here, where it's right next to base. And by the time it's built, maybe these will be done. Maybe leave enough room that it can be built there. And see, this is this will allow us to get up here and also not only make more energy, but also connect to these warp totems. Alright, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and build a few of these. That should be enough. This level doesn't take long, but it can get out of hand very quickly if you're not careful. Because if you let this come up too far, it's over. If you lose control of the so-called creeper volcano, it is well and truly over. Because it is very difficult to regain control of it. Alright, we're going to move you down. You down. You can use blasters to help peel the layers off of this a little bit easier, but as you see, you don't need to. Alright, we're all connected. Let's get up out of here. See, that didn't take very long at all. When you do that mission right, it's really quick. But I have had this mission take me actually like 20-30 minutes before. And I don't mean the time that's on the mission thing down there. So that was quick. To Crux. We appear to be in a good position on this world, Commander. We should be able to reach and energize thrones with reasonable ease. Worlds like this are probably fairly rare, so enjoy this while you can. Do be careful not to let the creeper advance into the valley too far. Position blasters and mortars on the heights that flank the passage into the valley. This will cut the creeper off and stop its advance. Now, there are 5 emitters here. That's an awful lot of emitters. But they're all positioned in one spot, and if we can get them to stay here in this top portion of the map, then the game will be very easy, because then we have all of this for energy. Now, they're going to come over here and bleed into this. That's fine. Them coming into this little pool is okay, because I can position a border up here somewhere, and it'll keep that controlled. So we want to basically, as quickly as we can, rush over here. And we want to, as we did last time, build a mortar. Now, you can build a blaster, but the problem with the blaster is it doesn't have enough ammo to last. And for what the purposes we need to be able to stop them from coming through here, right? Well, the best way of doing that is to actually place a mortar up here and shoot into this to cause this to retreat. So we're just going to build a cross there, and eventually I want to have a cannon here, and bottleneck this little area here, but that's going to come much later. Now, if we can hold this position, that's awesome, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Now, just like before, we're going to build the mortar right off the bat, and unpause and double speed. Again, my strategies are not the best in the world. I'm very well aware of this. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1. Alright. We just need to arm it now. Well, okay, we need to finish building it, but we need to arm it. It's okay if some get down here, as long as they don't reach this little area here, we're okay. Arm it. That's enough. Because as long as we can cut this off from its source, it's going to stop. Now, we do want to have a blaster up here to protect that. But now we can fire a few times into that, and it'll stop that. Or at least slow it down. See how this area is retracting a little bit? It's going to wait for that wave to catch back up. This is why I like having a mortar up here. Alright, it's fired as much as it can. Move it and disarm it. And notice that this is very slowed. This is slowed down tremendously now. It's still trying to spread a little bit, but it's going to take it a bit of time to actually reach spreading again. If you can get 2 mortars back and forth, this kind of strategy works wonders, but even with only 1, you can at least stall. Now we actually have it where we can build a gun here and a gun here, but I don't know if we have the energy reserves to support them. So we're going to keep building here. And up here. Okay, the good news is we've managed to push out all the bad things. And can now move this gun into place. Up here. To prevent it... This gun is now the last line of defense for the whole area instead of just the network. And that means I can create a much larger network down here. Of course, most of this is probably unnecessary, but it's okay. Because I am bad and I know it. So this is going to lower my total energy reserves, and I'm aware of this. But it's going to end up boosting it in the long run, so... Half of this is probably not necessary, but it's okay. I can even build down here because it never got over the wall. Importantly, yeah, it never got over the wall. That alone is a benefit on me, because I have actually never done this level where it didn't get over the wall. So I will take that. Now all we have to do is purchase some speed. Get our speed packets going. And once those are built, I can actually push in to go ahead and get those. In fact, I'd probably cap off all 5 of those with just a couple of blasters. All we have to do is cut back the area right here. Yeah, see, now that mortar could probably just keep them contained. But why stop there, right? Let's get in position. And even without losing any progress or any time, I could just set this up. And just because I'm a completionist. Alright, and so let's power the totems. Oh no, I don't want to move in the city. Power the totems. Not a true cap off, but still a very quick level. Alright, one more I think, because those levels actually went fast enough that we can maintain this. Trust me, past this point we may not be doing 5 missions per video. If we do, that'll be cool. OPS, sound the city alarm. We have trouble coming. One of the scientists we rescued a couple worlds back had some critical information for us. He and his crew spent some time in orbit around this world. They observed something unexpected. Apparently, the creeper here has started producing aerial spores. These spores are launched from great distances and target human-made structures. When they land, they release patches of creeper that immediately destroy anything in the vicinity. We have no defense against this. Commander, I might have something we can adapt as a defense. There is a nearby nanoschematic for some missile technology that the Octans were working on. Octan is constantly bombarded by meteor debris, so they must have developed some advanced missile tracking technology to deal with it. Pick up the nanoschematic, and we can use those missiles to defend against these spores. Our sensors can detect incoming spore attacks from great distances, so if augmented your command console will show a countdown timer. Keep an eye on this timer, as it indicates when the next spore attack is due. Also, Commander, you might want to build redundancy into your network. If spores make it through, you don't want to have a whole section of the network lose power. One more thing, Commander. Our scientists have identified a potential weakness in the creeper. Apparently, if you get a blaster in range of a creeper emitter and eliminate the surrounding creeper, a single blaster will be able to cap off the emitter. This tactic could be very useful. Very useful indeed. So here we have a introduction to a new mechanic, and you won't see it just yet because I paused the second the level started, but just trust me, we're going to want to build our way over here ASAP. And the second thing is, as has been usual for the past couple of levels, we're going to want to build a mortar. No, stop connecting. A mortar or two almost instantly. But there will be something else we're going to have to build as soon as that comes to be a thing. Now, I know very well that this is not going to work all the way up here. Like, seriously, they're going to be up here before I get a chance to do any of that. So we're going to set up a mortar, as usual, right there. And technically, I'm actually going to delete that because I can put it back later. I can just do that. So we're going to then unpause, double time. Now, we have a new timer down here. Spore attack. Yes, sir. I'm pointing right at it myself. This timer here states how long you have until the spores arrive. Spores are, as they say, small patches of creeper floating above the ground. Unlike the creeper here, which follows water physics, they will target a single building and attack it. So they'll come in, they'll land on that building, they'll destroy it, and you lose any connection past that. So, and they will target Odin City if it's the only thing around. At least in my experience, they have. So spores are a bad thing. Stop firing. We want this because we want to stop these patches up here. So I'm going to place it like right here, break that, come bring it back down, refuel, that kind of thing. Same strategy as I did before. He's going to land in the creeper. Let's not do that. Let's back it up. Says I don't want it taking damage. So we have some time before the creeper spawns, but we need to get that before the creeper spawn starts. Or before the spore spawn starts. This is the most powerful emitter. I wish there was a way for me to see how strong emitters were, but that's not in this game, I'm afraid. Okay, come on, game. I don't have very long for you to do this. Thing is, having these up here, the spore could target up here, and it wastes its shot if it does. So, let's hope that's what happens. Okay, excellent news, Commander. The missile tech can be utilized to create a surface-to-air missile system. This SAM unit should be able to shoot down incoming creeper spores. Build several of these units and spread them around your base. You may also need to move them around as you expand your base. Also, Commander, the schematics listed 5 worlds where Optimus plan to ship the technology. Program the coordinates for the first of those worlds into the totems. That's where we'll head next. Alright, so we're going to repause here for a second. I am going to, again, move it to this one. This top area is not as bad as this one, so I'm just trying to prevent that from coming into play too much. Also, SAMs. So when you place a SAM, it has a range, and when you place that SAM, its range stays open, so you can overlap slightly. That way you can build as many SAMs as you need to protect your whole area. Now, of course, this is 5 per area, and I don't really have that, so this is going to slow down quite a bit. Yeah, actually, let me not do that yet, because I need those SAMs up ASAP. Because we have less than a minute, and of course, double time, so less than 30 seconds to get those SAMs built and armed. So we're just going to fire at this creeper a little bit more, prevent it from coming out at me. Okay, SAMs are... Once the SAMs are built... okay, yep, there we go. Okay, they're all built, so we're good now. So we're going to do that and connect that. We're going to come here, disarm you, go back into that. Now I'm going to start building SAMs along the way as well. You kind of want SAMs everywhere. And those are spores. And we got lucky in that it didn't reach at the same time. SAMs do have a firing delay, so you don't want spores to hit the same area too close together. But now the whole redundancy thing, so that's why I build the way I do. Because redundancy, if one of these connectors go out, it doesn't break the whole thing. That's the idea, at least. Okay, starting to go over here, so I waited a little bit too long to attack this one. But I should be able to at least prevent it from going any further. It should come back a bit. Yeah. I don't have to move so far away to refuel either. These aren't so bad. It's this one because there's two, and this one because there's two. Oh, let me turn that off, actually. Okay. So now, let's move you back over here. I've sufficiently trolled that, so let's build this here. Now, these guys, honestly, you can cap these off, but just having a mortar close enough to stop them from getting out of hand is all you really need. Like right here, it's getting a little thick. But you may want the additional energy. And if you do, I don't blame you. Yeah, see, that's the problem with spores right there. Always remember, when you build more into your network, to overlap them with SAMs. And this is another key thing. I'm going to put 3 up here, because if the spores come in from here, and all 3 of these detect it, all 3 fire. Missiles will then track the nearest spore, whether it's close enough to the SAM or not. So it will still, like if this one fires, and this one fires, this one hits it, this one will still go after the next spore, even if it's over here. So that's a very good way of having all of your SAMs like connected where they can all fire at the same time and prevent the spores from engaging you. So for this, and for this, I'm probably going to need blasters. I might need a blaster for that too. So oh, hold up. That's a single connection, rather not. Nope, okay, I didn't. I just needed it to get a mortar close enough. No, still no problem. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need a couple of blasters. Let's put a couple of blasters here. Stop it. Alright. Let's start trying to force our way into this area. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The energy is just not getting there fast enough. So we need more speed. And so I'm going to make 2 lines of 4. That's not a line, but it's okay. And then 2 more. One thing I love about the SAMs is once they're loaded, because they only fire at the spores, then once it's loaded, it just sits there and doesn't use up any more power until it needs to be reloaded, and that's only when the spores hit you. So, alright, now we're getting energy somewhere actually at a decent speed, so let's go back to building these blasters. Alright, so instead of having both down into there, let's put one up here to give fire support for the second one. Yeah, I just can't get close enough. Problem is that one's firing backwards as well, and I just needed to fire only forwards. There we go. There we go. That's the result I wanted. Okay. Yeah, it's barely in range at this point. There we go. So now those two are capped off. Alright, so I've got another blaster down here. I need a few more. Yeah, see about that? Alright, so we need to get up here. One providing fire support. And let's actually put two of them into the range of the creeper here to kind of push them back. Actually, let's provide fire support for this, too. Actually, yeah, I need to reduce my energy consumption here, so let's move forward. That doesn't need to go there. And that one's gonna actually pin this one in. Alright, because I gotta remember, I've actually gotta use energy to get these taking out, so alright. Let's do this. Let's go. Alright folks, and that is the 5th world on this setup, so hopefully we can maintain this 5-world thing, but as you may have noticed from the last episode, I'm going to cut off on the going into the portal, so until next time folks, bye!